guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Farms. Check it out. I got a new generator here that was sent to me by Heomaito. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one at all, but it is an inverter generator. It is model number HMT1400I. 1100 watts runtime, 1200 watts surge. It's one of those inverter generators. These things are so awesome, and this one is like one of the lightest ones on the market. I'm going to show a picture here. This is, I don't think they sell it anymore. I think they finally discontinued it. Harbor Freight used to have this 900 watt two-stroke generator, and for reasons that only, I don't know, but I always wanted one. Of course, I never bought one because they get terrible reviews. They just weren't very good units, and they're also quite loud, as a two-stroke usually is. Well, this thing is like the equivalent of that, except it gets rid of being a two-stroke, so it's not noisy. It's actually really well insulated. It has a much cleaner power band, like a sine wave, and it's just overall a better unit. And the thing it weighs less than 25 pounds. And that's the main thing here. So I use a lot of solar and a lot of battery-powered stuff. Some of the battery-powered stuff I'm carrying around now is actually way heavier than this. But there's still a place for gas and propane-powered generators in the market. And this is the perfect little teeny generator for me to carry around, and I can use either to recharge batteries or, more importantly, to run equipment. We're actually going to run some stuff off of it in another video here later on this year. But I wanted to unbox it with you today. We'll put some gas and oil in this thing and fire it up, and we'll do a little bit of a sound test. I'll walk around just to show you how quiet it is. But the inverter generators, that's one of the best parts about them, is how silent they are compared to the older school, conventional generators. Oh, I don't think I cut any of this away here. There we go. Well, I didn't cut that. Wow. Okay, well packed, I'll say that. Let's go ahead and dump it on the floor here. There we go. And there's some accessories here. I'll kick that out of the way. So as far as what we got, wrapped in a nice plastic bag, it does look like a little light oil leaking out of this. I see some oil up at the top. Get a rag here and clean that off. Yeah, that's definitely oil and not gasoline. I would imagine that these are run in the factory before they're shipped out for quality control. So, well, here it is. This is the backside of it. It's got a warning on here saying, "Stop, your machine is shipped without oil. Do not add fuel or start the engine before adding oil." On this side, run, choke, start. So just a choke setup there. On top here, gas cap, nice big carrying handle. On the edge, I'll peel that off there if I can. Got a nice rubber cover here that is protecting two outlets. This is I think 20 amp, 120 volt, 20 amp circuit altogether. Then it also, and this is kind of cool, it also does do 5 volt USB out and DC out. So we have a USB regular and USB-C port here, so you could charge items directly off of it. A little more efficient, right? Not having to have an inverter to change 120 back to 12. So this is all built in. Plus positive and negative out at 12 volts. There's a reset button in here, and this is important if you're going to do ham radio gear, CB radio gear, has a ground. So this generator can be hooked directly to an earth ground, and we're good to go. On-off switch is here, big positive clunk. And we have an on-off here. And we also have turtle and high, so there's two modes of operation. There's also some lights along here. Output indicator, ground alarm, low oil alert, and that there for load. Ventilation on this side. So let's go ahead to this side, and doesn't look like there's anything. There's a cover here on top. Access your spark plug. Nice. On the back, exhaust port, and it's all covered up nicely. I'm sure it's going to be hot air coming out of that, but just kind of neat. Up on top here it says AC voltage 120 volts, AC current is 9.2 amps, DC voltage 5 volts, DC current 3.6 amps, rated wattage is 1100 watts. It is a single phase generator. RPM 3200 to 4800 is where it's living at. Power factor of 1. Insulation class is F. Ambient max temperature 40 degrees Celsius. Pretty cool. Right on. Well, let's take a look at the other accessories that came with it. Not a ton in here, just a manual, it looks like, and some tools. So we have a thing to fill the oil. I'll get into that here in a second. It did not come with oil. I was hoping it would, but it did not, but that's okay. I've got plenty of oil here at the house. Some emissions warranty information listed here. And it's just a little pamphlet here talking about what it's, you know, is it legal to use in what state and whatnot. And then here's the owner's manual. This manual does cover some of the other stuff, so you make sure that you're looking at the info for the 1400i, because they have a 3500 watt. They have one that runs on dual fuel propane and gasoline, which is really nice stuff. Warnings and stuff like that. Nothing here that looks too crazy. Yeah. Know your generator, low idle switch. Just, you can also run this thing in parallel, which is cool. So you could run two of these side by side to double your output. And then it has some stuff about, you know, like a refrigerator, running watts is 700, starting watts 1350, portable fan 40 watts, that kind of stuff. Laptops. Oh, actually, a lot of these are higher than what they really are on modern stuff. There is an oil check, upper and lower level, how to add the oil, and oil level here, or I'm sorry, oil type. Full synthetic 530 is the most common, although you can use 530, 1040, or 10W30 depending on your location and availability. And you do have to remove a cover to fill the oil initially. And that's all right. So cool. Gas cap up on top, you know, the usual. I do say, okay, it does say this. This is important. So I'm close to 5,000 feet here. Operation at high altitude. At altitudes over 500,000 feet, you can use a minimum of 85 octane gasoline. Generator power will be reduced approximately 3.5% for every 1,000 feet of elevation above sea level. So not going to be able to get the full 1,100 watts out of here, because I am 4,000 some 4,400 feet. I think we're higher up than we should be. So just a little bit of a reduction in power. But that's something I'm used to. All vehicles that I have up here are a little less powerful than they would be down off the mountain. High altitude can also cause hard starting, increased fuel consumption, and spark plug fouling. To operate at higher altitudes, at much higher than 5,000 feet, it's saying here, you can use a different carburetor jet that they can provide for you by calling customer service. So they're definitely looking out for you. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. Then it has service maintenance here. Engine oil, inspect every 8 hours and replace every 25. Air filter every 3 months, check and clean. Spark plug, clean and regap every 6 months. Replace, once a year. It says pretty much before storage. It says it's a good idea to replace. Fuel tank, you want to redo that before storage. Yeah, so pretty much it's standard stuff. But I will say it's a very, very complete and very comprehensive manual. Even has wiring diagrams. I'll get a little closer here so you can see that. I mean, that's nice of them to do that in case you have some issues with it. So yeah, pretty darn cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry it down and we'll put some gas and oil into this thing. I'll fire it up. I'll run an item or two off of it just to show that it works. And that'll wrap the video up. All right, well, we're ready to fire it up. It took about 1/3 of a quart of oil. And we're just going to go ahead and make sure that's on. And that's on. We're going to put it over to start. We've got some gas in it, and I'll see if I can fire it up. Oh, second pull, not bad. Let it warm up. And there it is. Wow, that thing is quiet. Holy cow. Man, I don't know how well that's coming out on tape, but that's incredible. That's full throttle, or I mean no load full throttle. Wow, that's quieter than my air compressor by a long shot. Nice. Wow, all right. Yeah, the Heomaito Inverter Generator HMT14i. I'll back out a little bit. I'll leave a link to where you can get one of these things. Appreciate them sending that my way. As you can see, sounds like a winner to me. Man, like, yeah, I'm about 10 feet away from it. And you can hold a conversation without raising your voice. So what more do you want? Till next time, my friends, take care.